Writing Unicode text to a text file. I'm pulling data out of a Google Doc, processing it, and writing it to a file that eventually I will paste into a WordPress page. It has some non-ASCII symbols. How can I convert these safely to symbols that can be used in HTML source? Currently I'm converting everything to Unicode on the way in, joining it all together in a Python string, then doing. There is an encoding error on the last line. Unicode decode the error. ASCII codec can't decode byte 0 SAR 0 in position 12,286. Ordinal not in range 128. Partial solution. This Python runs without an error. But then if I open the actual text file, I see lots of symbols like maybe I need to write to something other than a text file.
Deal exclusively with Unicode objects as much as possible by decoding things to Unicode objects when you first get them and encoding them as necessary on the way out. If your string is actually a Unicode object, you'll need to convert it to a Unicode encoded string object before writing it to a file. When you read that file again, you'll get a Unicode encoded string that you can decode to a Unicode object.
In Python 2.6+, you could use io.open, that is default, built-in open, on Python 3. It might be more convenient if you need to write the text incrementally. You don't need to call unicode_text.encode character_encoding multiple times. Unlike codecs module, IO module has a proper universal newline support.
Unicode string handling is already standardized in Python 3. Chars are already stored in Unicode, 32-bit, in memory. You only need to open file in UTF-8. 32-bit Unicode to variable byte length UTF-8 conversion is automatically performed from memory to file.
Preface: will your viewer work? Make sure your viewer/editor/terminal, however you are interacting with your UTF-8 encoded file, can read the file. This is frequently an issue on Windows, for example, Notepad. Writing Unicode text to a text file? In Python 2, use open from the IO module. This is the same as the built-in open in Python 3. Best practice: in general, use UTF-8 for writing to files. We don't even have to worry about byte order with UTF-8. UTF-8 is the most modern and universally usable encoding. It works in all web browsers, most text editors, see your settings if you have issues, and most terminals/shells. On Windows, you might try UTF-16 if you're limited to viewing output in Notepad, or another limited viewer. And just open it with a context manager and write your Unicode characters out. Example using many Unicode characters. Here's an example that attempts to map every possible character up to 3 bits wide. 4 is the max, but that would be going a bit far, from the digital representation, in integers, to an encoded printable output, along with its name. If possible, put this into a file called uni.py. This should run in the order of about a minute, and you can view the data file, and if your file viewer can display Unicode, you'll see it. Information about the categories can be found here. Based on the counts, we can probably improve our results by excluding the CN and CO categories, which have no symbols associated with them. It will display the hexadecimal mapping, category, symbol, unless can't get the name, so probably a control character, and the name of the symbol. For example, I recommend less on Unix or Cygwin, don't print /cat the entire file to your output. For example, will display similar to the following lines which I sampled from it using Python 2, Unicode 5.2. My Python 3.5 from Anaconda has Unicode 8.0, I would presume most 3s would.
If you want to see more, please consider subscribing.